Hey, beautiful people, it's Lady Love checking in, and I'm about to cook um, beef and turkey, meatloaf, potatoes, and green beans. Come on and cook with me. And so I'm gonna go ahead and spray the pan with avocado oil spray. Shake, shake, shake. Spray, spray, spray. And then here is the ground beef and the ground turkey. I have 1 pound of ground beef and 2 pounds of ground turkey. I have breadcrumbs, the onion recipe soup, eggs, the bowl for the eggs, the green onions, green pepper. And so now we're going to just go ahead and slice the onions and then chop them into smaller pieces. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. I love me some onions. I like to put onions in just about everything, and I do mean just about everything. Everything is everything. What is meant to be will be. What it's like, first come winter, then come spring. Change will come eventually. Let's finish these onions. Let's go ahead and put half of them in this bowl because I'm going to put some veggies in this bowl for tomorrow because I will be making egg bake. So I will put half of these onions, half of the green onions, and half of the green peppers into a separate bowl. And I put half of those onions into the meat bowl with the ground turkey and the ground beef. Now we're going to do the green onions. We're going to cut the ends off first. Pull that off. That's no good. And chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop it all up. Trying to chop them up as small as I can. Pulling off little pieces that are not necessarily any good. Chop, chop, chop. So we're at the end, throw that away. And again, I'm gonna put half of those in a bucket, in the bowl. The bigger part, and then the smaller parts, the scallions, and I don't know what the other part is called. So the other half we're gonna put in the meat, the ground turkey and the ground beef. Just like this. Like this, and like that, and like that, and like this, and like this, and like this. Y'all know anything about that? So here are the green peppers. I've already opened them, so I'm just needing to slice them, but then we'll chop them up, finishing chopping them up here. Chop, 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 chop. Finalizing the chop. And again, we're going to put half of these green peppers into this bowl for our tomorrow's egg bake. And the rest of them we're going to put in the bowl with the ground turkey and the ground beef that we're making right now, actually. And so, let's see. Okay. Let's get our eggs. Crack the egg up. Almost dropped the egg. I'm going to do 2. And then we're going to go ahead and whip them. Whip it, baby. Whip it right. Whip it, baby. Whip it all night. Oh, let's clean it up. Come on and whip. Okay, we done whipping. So now, here's what it looks like with all the veggies inside. And now we're going to put our onion recipe soup mix in there. Now this is a 4-pack. 2 comes in the box. So I usually do a pack and a half, and so then I have a half a pack from another time. Oh no, this is a 4-pack, so I'm gonna do half of this pack and put the rest away. And I'm just eyeing everything, no measuring cups. Then we have our bread crumbles, bread crumbs. I'm just gonna pour some in. I was estimate to say it is about a cup, or close to, maybe 3/4 cup. And pour the eggs on in. And this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put these gloves on so I can mix the meatloaf, because I have fingernails. I have nails on and they get the food. I want to say the feed. The food gets inside of my nails, the meat. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up real good, really good, really good, really good, really good. You see that really good mixing? Yeah, she can mix really good, really good, really good. She's a great mixer. You see that bowl moving and jumping for her? She mixing that thing so good. Look at that. Yes. You're a great mixer. Great mixer. So now we're going to go ahead and get the meatloaf together and get it settled in the pan. Let's see which way is better. So I'm getting it together. I'm going to move it back over here. So I kind of get it and grab it and kind of push it into a little bit of a ball so I can grab it. Some of it may fall off. Just grab it and stick it back on there, pat it back in there in the bigger piece. And you just kind of get it into a ball as much as you can, or close to a ball. It got to be a full-blown ball now, because we're getting ready to make a meatloaf, but you just want it all together and compact it together. And so now we're going to go ahead and shape it. Go ahead and shape it into the shape that you want, which is the shape of a meatloaf, because we're making meatloaf, okay? So yeah, just go ahead and shape it, shape it, shape it, and shape it. And shape it. Shape, shape, shape. Shape, shape, shape. Shape it. So you just keep moving it around and, you know, get it to where you want it. Pat it, move it, shape it, slim it, move it. Whatever you need to do it. Whatsoever you need to do it. Beautiful people, just do it. So I think we just about got it. And then we poke 3 holes throughout the meatloaf, you know, evenly. So this is what it looks like. I could have moved it over to the right some more, but that's good. That's to help let it breathe, have some ventilation, some way of escape for the heat to escape. And it helps to cook it good and within. Now, what I had to do that I didn't show you is I did put aluminum foil over it. I poured it out and put aluminum foil on it. But now I'm going to make the sauce. Have my pot, tomato paste. That's a little barbecue sauce left in there. Light brown sugar. It doesn't have to use, you don't have to use light. I use light. I have mustard. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to grab the tomato paste. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoonfuls of tomato paste. And then you're going to grab that barbecue sauce. And it's not much left in here, so I'm just going to put the rest that's in here. And you should be able to get about a tablespoon to 2. A tablespoon to 2 should be sufficient. That helps to balance and level out that tomato paste, but it just gives it flavor, you know. Then we're going to use a little mustard, and I would estimate the mustard to be about a teaspoon. And so what I'm going to do this time, which I don't always do, is I'm going to grab some ground mustard. And I'm gonna add some of that in there. I would estimate that to be about a half a teaspoonful, if that. But I just shook some, sprinkled some. And then we have to get our cup, measuring cup. Well, it doesn't have to be a measuring cup, but I got a measuring cup. That's for water, but let's add the brown sugar in. And we're gonna do a good 2 tablespoonfuls of brown sugar. That helps to dilute all that salty flavor and give it a little, you know, a little sweet and salty balance. And so now the water, we're just going to add water just till it feels right over all of your ingredients, and a little more, because you're going to cook it and let it boil up, and then you're going to allow it to thicken. This is what it looks like. This is what I look like, and there is what it looks like again. And so we're going to turn it on, and I'll show you the end result. Now we have our potatoes here. We have York potatoes here, some smaller ones, one really big one. And I peeled them, and now I'm slicing them, and I'm going to chop them into little cubes, into nice size cubes, so that when we put them in the water to boil, to cook, to tenderize, they will be at a nice size to do so easily. So I'm just going to grab these ones that I chopped already and put them in the pot. And then I'm going to finish the rest of them up. Slice and chop. And so this is my last potato. See how I only, did a few layers. You don't need that many depending on how big the potato is or how small the potato is. Oh, one more potato. Yeah, just into little dices. I mean, am I saying that right? Cubes. Yeah, dices are the size of cubes. And then we're just going to put these in a pot. And I'm going to add some water. Let the water just cover the potatoes. Sprinkle a little salt. Sprinkle a little pepper. I normally don't do pepper at this stage. I do it at the end, but why not? What is gonna hurt? I like pepper. And so now we're gonna get the green beans going. There's the pot. I'm just gonna cut open this bag of green beans, frozen green beans. I use frozen veggies or fresh veggies. Put that in there. I usually do two packs, but we only need 1 pack right now for what we got going on today and coming up. So I'm gonna put 2 tablespoonfuls, actually not 2, more than 2. We're gonna split it up and move it around evenly of butter or butter spread, as you see. And then we're going to put some salt, sprinkle a little salt around it, and sprinkle a little pepper, black pepper around it. And add some water, turn the eye on, and then we're gonna put a top on it so it can steam. And here are the potatoes starting to boil. Here is the sauce for the meatloaf. Here's the meatloaf. I just pour the water off, the liquid off, and I'm gonna turn up the oven to 415 degrees. Want it to be a little bit hotter for the second round. And now this is the end result of that. Here is the sauce cooked all up and ready. And then we just pour that over that meatloaf there. Nice and evenly. Pour it all over. And then we want to make sure that sauce gets in those 3 holes we poked there. And so now we're gonna take this meatloaf, and put it in the oven, right? Take this meatloaf and put it in the oven. And let it cook. Let it brown. Let that sauce get nice and tenderized. Am I saying that right? So anyway, here are the potatoes all done. I drained the water off the potatoes. I didn't save any of the water. Sometimes I do because that's what I learned when I learned how to make them. But I never used the water. So anyhow, just drain the water off your potatoes. Put some butter in. However much you like. However buttery you like your stuff. And go ahead and get a spoon and mix it up. We're gonna wait for the salt. Let's mix the butter up some first, and then we'll start adding salt and pepper. So just mix that up. If you want your potatoes mashed, just grab a masher and mash it, and just proceed with the salt like this, and then your pepper. And mix it up some more. Get it nice and mixed up. And voila, voila, voila. You got this. You got this. There you have it. There are your potatoes. There are your green beans. There's that meatloaf with the sauce. And so, here's Johnny's plate. Here's my plate. So let's see. Let's take some bites. See what's up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see. Let's taste these green beans. Ooh. Let's see. Let's see. It's hot. That's for sure. Ooh. Yeah. That's what's up. Good. I'm finna go over here and finish this plate up. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Lady Love checking out. Peace.